most of us never really thought about what it would be like to live through a global pandemic. But that doesn't mean that cinema hasn't given us a taste of some of the realities that we're currently facing at the moment. In this video, VFC takes a look at some South Indian movies that sort of predicted elements of our current global situation. Hi VFC audiences, thanks for tuning in. It truly is a strange time that we're living in, with the spread of COVID-19 all around the world. Lockdown and quarantine are words I'm sure most of us wish had never entered our vocabularies. But here we are, living in a situation I'm sure many of us presumed only happened in the movies. With coronavirus on everyone's minds, film critics and news outlets often reference the 2011 Hollywood film Contagion as an accurate depiction of our current state.
The average person touches their face 3 to 5 times every waking minute. In between, we're touching doorknobs, water fountains, and each other.
This film was written with the help of epidemiologists and pandemic experts, so it's no surprise that we are seeing many parallels with this film now in real life.
No treatment protocol and no vaccine at this time.
There is no vaccination, no treatment protocol.
Similarly, the 2019 Malayalam movie Virus did a great job of depicting what it was like for healthcare workers and government bodies who worked hard to manage and contain an outbreak of the Nipah virus that actually took place in Kerala in 2018. But South Indian cinema has also had a few fictionalized stories over the years, with a lot of elements that are very similar to our current pandemic situation. For instance, the primary conflict in one of Kamal Haasan's most ambitious films, The Savadaram, is related to a lethal virus. Throughout this epic movie, directed by K.S. Ravikumar and released in 2008, we see some of Kamal's many avatars trying to stop a dangerous virus in containment from being released. As the climax of the film approaches, we are shown examples of how quickly a virus can affect a human and spread through a population and wreak havoc. Although this film was truly larger than life with its many conflicts and characters, The Savadaram did hint at the extreme panic that truly can ensue when people are faced with a biological threat they do not understand.
What is this NaCl?
Sodium chloride, Mr. President.
அது ஓபன் ஆச்சுன்னா மலையா தேவைப்படும் சார்.
Another Tamil film that touches on the topic of pandemics is A.R. Murugadas's Ölam Arivu, starring Suriya. In the film, a master of medical remedies travels from India to East Asia to stop the spread of a pandemic that is predicted to reach South Asia if someone doesn't help warn people and limit the spread of this new disease. Ölam Arivu's rich and animated story includes a historical component that explores how many of the world's global pandemics were previously predicted by ancient civilizations or hypothesized based on other environmental trends. This is not a far-fetched concept. In fact, some leading voices in the realms of science and technology predicted that a world outbreak much like coronavirus was inevitably going to happen soon.
If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus.
Most notably, in 2015, Microsoft founder and global philanthropist Bill Gates gave a very popular TED Talk in which he explained why the world needed to drastically prepare for biological attacks. He noted that after the 2014 Ebola outbreak, the world's state of preparation was not up to par, and suggested ways countries should improve their defense strategies. In his words, the failure to prepare could allow the next epidemic to be dramatically more devastating than Ebola. In comparing future threats, Gates noted that Ebola did not spread through the air and that people were bedridden by the time they were contagious. In 2015, he suggested a future threat could be an airborne virus that spreads easily. Quote unquote, a virus where people feel well enough while they're infectious that they get on a plane or they go to a market. And as we all know, that is exactly how COVID-19 has spread so easily around the world. And even a Tamil rom-com from 2014 gave us a little glimpse into our current state. In Balaji Mohan's quirky Vayamudi Pesavam, a small city is hit with a new kind of virus called
dumb flu.
That causes sudden muteness. As the city's population panics, we see the state government send their trusty health minister to help institute measures to contain the virus. People are asked to undergo a medical checkup to see whether they are affected by the virus or not, and stay away from those who have contracted the mute flu. In the film, the final report by the health organization determines that the dumb flu spreads only by means of speaking, and so they issue a speaking ban in the town, or rather, lockdown measures on normal speech. So everyone in the town tries to adjust to living without speaking, until thankfully, a cure is found. Here in the real world, we have all similarly been doing our best to adjust to staying home more, to help limit the spread of COVID-19. By staying home as much as possible, we're doing our parts to help protect the vulnerable and elderly in our communities. We're also helping to lessen the load for the brave professional healthcare workers on the front line and other essential workers who are helping to keep our world running. Here's hoping that as lockdown measures begin to ease gradually around the world, we continue to flatten the curve and come out of this pandemic even stronger together. VFC hopes that wherever in the world you are watching this video, you are safe and healthy with your loved ones. Here's wishing us all brighter days ahead.